This is a basic tour of the Tiggzi builder. To start, we'll look up in the top. This is really where you'll do a lot of your big level things. So here's where you can save, close your project. You can set your autosave configuration if you want to set it to be a shorter amount of time. You can manage your assets here. Here's a save button that you can force a save quickly, and this is save and close. So when you need to close out of this project and open another project, you can do it with one button. The export button here is going to allow you to export to various platforms. Here you can see Android or iOS. You can do a bunch of different things here, Xcode and Eclipse, so you can do actual packaged projects for those devices. Or you can do HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is what we're going to do in this project later today. Here is your Add a Screen button. So we'll be working a lot with screens today, and so this is a quick and easy way to add a new screen to your project. Here's where you're going to use this pencil tool here, which is the Edit button. And this is where you're going to copy and paste things, you're going to be able to duplicate things, and you're going to be able to delete when you're running out of, when you've done too much of one thing. And then here's your portrait and landscape layout modes. So if you want to play with how you might make your app work in various ways. Last down here is your test. So here, when you pull this down, you can see there's a QR code here. So if you have a mobile device with you, an iPad with a camera, an iPhone or an iPod Touch, or an Android tablet, or device with a camera, you can actually use this QR code to go directly to your preview site. Alternatively, you can copy it in here. You've got a link here that you can use, and you can make this public if you want to share it with someone before you're ready to actually take the code down and use it somewhere. And last over here is your help button. So you've got your support site for Tiggzi. And in that support site, there's a large number of things that might be useful to you as you get on to bigger and more complex projects with the tool. So when you're looking over here, you've got three columns. You have your control panel on the left, your visual editor here, and then you have your mobile screen properties over here. And so at any given time when you're on a screen or a section of your screen, you're going to see your properties are changing here. So we can see that we've got screen. If we click off here into the gray, now we have our header properties. And this is where we can make some changes to things. We can make things gray, black, for instance. We've got our footer properties here, so we can make that black as well. And we have our main properties, so we can make a black background on something. Over here, we've got our project tab. So this is where we can create new themes, templates, screens, or projects. For our purposes today, we're going to be working mostly with screens, and we're going to be creating a really basic informational app. So this tab won't be as useful to us as it might be in a future project. Your outline here, this is what's going to show you all of your screens. So if you need to get to a screen really quickly when you're working, you can find it there. Right now we only have one screen, but if we get on here and we say add a new screen, we can see that your new screen shows up right here, and you've got all of your different layers of your screens. So you can always go back here to project and you'll see your various screens that are in your project. Over here is your palette, and this is where you're going to find a lot of the different things that you're going to be putting into your device. So you have buttons, you have text areas, and we'll go over that in more detail. You have things here where you can access the camera and barcode scanner and things like that. A thing to note, these device-based things are only if you're going to be exporting your project as a real native app for Android or iOS. They won't work with a web app. So mostly for today's purposes, you're going to be sticking with this mobile, with these mobile palette devices here. So that's a quick overview of your Tiggzi screen.